Hey guys, so I did do a mini twist yesterday and I'm going to chat about them and yap about them. I think it's been a while. I hate motorcycles. I think it's been a while since I talked about mini twists. So let me do a quick 360. This is the side. This is the back. I do have a little headband in to keep it out of my face. I'm going to talk about the products I use and why I use what I use. This is probably going to be kind of a long video because I'm going to touch on a lot of things. So get your snacks. Okay, so first of all, I like mini twists for growing out my hair because when your hair is a loose bundle of hair and it has a curl to it, once it gets to a certain length, I'm gonna say anything over 4 inches, that is when it has the potential to tangle. And the tighter your coils are, the more likely it is to tangle than if they're looser, right? So if you have very tight coils, your hair is going to tangle quicker. And when you put your hair into twists or mini braids, it is less likely to tangle. Essentially, it's still going to tangle, which is the basis of locks, but it delays that tangling process. Versus if you just wear your hair out in a fro or wash and go and you leave it like that, it will tangle, and it will tangle in its own way, which is the basis of like freeform locks. But when you're sectioning it and putting it together, it forces that hair to be in that area and like freeze, so it's really not going to move, or the movement's delayed, right? Okay, that's why mini twists can allow your hair, because it's growing, your hair's always growing, but what it does is it allows your hair to retain more length because you're not moving it around and manipulating it so that it's less likely to break. When you are putting in mini twists, it's really important that your hair is hydrated and moisturized. And I know you're like, duh, Dora, hydrated and moisturized. But no, like what I'm talking about, it seems like it's basic common sense, but it's not, because a lot of people were not taught about how to take care of hair in general, especially natural hair. And unless you have like a cosmetologist or something like that in your life, and there's a lot of misinformation online, there's not a lot of information on it. So anytime you are detangling your hair, putting any sort of braids, twists, any sort of hairstyle, ponytail, brushing your hair, combing your hair, you are manipulating it. It is stressful to the follicles. You want to make sure that your hair is hydrated and moisturized so that it has lots of elasticity, where when it's stretched, it's not going to break. It will bounce back. So when I like to do my mini twist, I make sure I wash and condition it. Now, me personally, I went to get, and this is not sponsored by the way, I went to also get another specific leave-in conditioner for my hair. So I use the Elastic QP. This is the leave-in conditioner. It's pretty thick, and I got this because I happen to be in Dallas, where it's very hot. In the summer, in the spring, it's like 90 degrees. It's a very dry environment. So a lot of this also depends on your hair type, your hair texture, your porosity, and also the environment that you're in. Is it dry? Is it humid? Can your hair take a heavier cream, or does it need like a lighter spray? How often do you wash your hair? Are you using a clarifying shampoo and things like that? So, all right, so this is actually formulated for anti-breakage, so I know that it's going to be really good to coat my hair, give my hair a lot of elasticity, make sure that it's moisturized and it's trapping in any moisture from the wash. So after I condition my hair, I comb it through, and let me also make this point. When you're detangling your hair, you want to, especially if you have a lot of hair, your hair is very coarse, or it's very stressful for you to do your own hair, it's important for you to have an area where you're sitting down. I strongly recommend making sure you eat, you have your water, your beverage, your snacks, you put your show on or whatever, or you sit down. It needs to be as comfortable as possible so you're not rushing through, ripping through your hair. All right, so now that you put in your leave-in conditioner, you want to go with your oil, your favorite oil. Now, me personally, I went and got the Wild Growth oil. These are OG products. As far as I know, they haven't been sued for making anybody's hair fall out. A couple things. So this manufacturer is actually very responsible, because on this all this text here, it not only has directions about how to use it, how to begin using it, like once a week, then going up to twice a week, yada yada yada. It also has about making sure that you do a patch test on your arm so that you're not allergic. And lastly, they have a lot of notes on here about how to make sure that this product is legit. So it's going to have a seal, it's going to have batch numbers on it, it's going to have, all these things you can check to make sure it's legit. If you don't know, there's lots of places that are selling fake products. So you want to make sure your product is legit. All right, so the Wild Growth Light Oil Moisturizer, what I did, my hair was parted in fours. I didn't, go crazy with the parts. So my parts aren't, super straight, but I go in, just make sure it's even, and I massaged it in. Now your hair is also going to receive oil differently on clean, damp hair. When you just washed it, your follicles are open, your cuticles are more open. Massage that in. Your oil is not going to be running all over the place, right? So you don't want to put too much in, but you want to put enough to where it's hydrated and moisturized. It's going to go into your scalp. Then I went in and just did my mini twist. And I didn't, go in crazy partying with the comb. I just sat down, put on my show, and just did mini twists. Now, you can twist to the right, you can twist to the left. I have about 5 different curl patterns in my hair. So honestly, it doesn't really matter which way I twist it. And then lastly, I wanted to chat about the bonnets because I actually ordered a legit silk bonnet versus a satin bonnet. Satin, from what I've been reading, is just the type of weave, so this could be polyester even though it's silky, which means your scalp is really not able to breathe. And also I've been reading a lot about nylon caps and how they can like wear away, and the bonnet's elasticity can wear away people's hairline, which I do believe about the nylon, which is like what all the wig caps are made of, that pantyhose material. Because I remember my mom telling me a long time ago how the ladies back in the day, because everybody used to wear pantyhose, never really had to shave because the nylon would wear their hair away on their legs. So that was kind of crazy to me, because if you think about it, when everybody wears wigs or whatever, you wear your wig cap and that's nylon. So I'm going to try out the silk bonnet. Mind you, there's not a lot of Black women owned silk bonnet companies. I did find one and order from her. I will give a review once I get it. And I think I'm also going to try to order some silk pillowcases because I think overall it's just better for allergies, better for your skin, and your hair can breathe. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to cover. And if you have any questions, just drop it down below. Okay, bye.